guys, it's Ashley. I hope you're all doing well. Today is another Top 5 Wednesday video, and Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group, and I will leave a link to the Goodreads group as well as Sam's channel. Sam is from Thoughts on Tones, and she is the moderator of the group. And today's Top 5 Wednesday topic is top 5 favorite non-written novels. So these can be audiobooks, mangas, graphic novels, comics, anything like that that is a written form of a book. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with my top 5 favorite of these. So at number 5 we have the Saga series by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. Brian K. Vaughan has done quite a few graphic novels that are really well beloved on BookTube, and I just recently read this one. This was amazing. It had a lot of hype on BookTube, so I went into it with seriously high expectations, and all of those were met. It is phenomenal. It delivers on every end, and it is very captivating, gripping, has great characters, and I wish I had all of the rest of the installments with me, because once I finish this, I just wanted to immediately move on to like the next 4 and just binge read all of them, but I don't, and I'm so sad about this because this is epic, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't follow the trend of a lot of other graphic novel series that I read, where the first one and then sometimes even the second one are super amazing and then the rest fall flat. I really hope this doesn't do that, but I've been watching a lot of videos about the series on YouTube, and most people say that it stays pretty good throughout. So I have high hopes still. I ended up rating this 5 out of 5 stars when I read it, so this was phenomenal. I wish more series were like this because it's just fantastic. Number 4 is the Morning Glory series. I don't know the author offhand because I don't have my own copies of these novels. I actually lent them from the library when I read them, so I don't have them, but I will leave the name of the author somewhere around here in this video. These are amazing. They're the story about these kids that are all born on the same day, that are recruited to this really shady preppy high school, and a lot of really graphic shenanigans goes down. It's really heavily like conspiracy theory. I heard one person say it's like a weird X-Files meets Gossip Girl, and it's a perfect summation of what the series is about. It is awesome. Like Saga, it like delivers in all aspects. Like it continues to be amazing past the first 3 volumes, so that has been fantastic. I highly recommend it. You should definitely check it out if you're not opposed to like gory stuff. So yeah, really, really great, and really, really recommend that. Number 3 is the audiobook of Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, and the reason why this one in particular is on my list instead of any other Neil Gaiman audiobooks is because the version that I listened to was like an audio cast recording with like Christopher Lee and the girl who played Marjorie from Game of Thrones and Benedict Cumberbatch, and just like so many people. Every single character in the book had their own voice, and it was just a phenomenal cast of like British actors doing it. It just made audiobook listening horrible from then on out, because no audiobook could top it. It was so fantastic. It was like a play. It was like I was listening to an honest to God play. It was so cool, and the story in and of itself is so transporting. So like when you're listening to it, you just kind of fall right into it and into this world, into the story and the magic and everything. Neil Gaiman's really known for his magical lands and stuff. Having it read by all those amazing actors with these great voices, they all not only are like prolific actors, but they have great voices. You know, they cast it really well for each person. Super, super amazing. While I read many Neil Gaiman books, both in physical format and in audio, including American Gods, Neverwhere, and Stardust, and The Ocean at the End of the Lane, by far Neverwhere is the best audio version of all of them. So if you're looking for a really cool audiobook, I really highly recommend this one. Number 2 is the Ekagame series by Motoro Mace. I could not get through a list that involved graphic novels and comics and mangas without including this. This is like the 4th time I've mentioned this series on my channel. One of the only manga series I've ever read. It's a slightly set in the future dystopian story of Japan, where when you are in 1st grade you get injected with what is called like the serum, and anytime between the ages of 18 and 26 you can be picked to die for society. You're given what's called an Ekagame card, and the government decides who dies and who doesn't, basically for population control reasons. And it's really cool, it's really scary, it explores a lot of really human topics that are scary but probably should be dealt with, and is really jarring, not in any bloody or graphic way, but just like the sort of thoughts that it gets you to have, basically. It really makes you think about how precious life is. So this is really good. I recommend it if you want to get into manga, but you need kind of an accessible avenue with a storyline you're kind of comfortable with. I would recommend this. It's not too fantastic or out of this world. It's really grounded, really thought-provoking, and really amazing, obviously, because this is like the 4th time I've recommended it. So read this book, why don't you? And number 1, I don't actually have a copy of it even though I own it because I lent it to my mom, is the audiobook version of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Science. This is narrated by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which, I mean, just right there, you know it's going to be great. But he's a great choice because Lin-Manuel Miranda is of Latin descent himself, and Aristotle and Dante, the main characters, are both Mexican-American. So he was a good choice for that reason, but he also, his voice like breaks a lot of times when it gets really emotional when reading it, and it breaks at just the right time, and it's full of heart and full of just like strangled emotion, and he just does so good at it. I love it so much. He has all the right inflections, and it's a beautiful story just by itself, but then you add in his tone put into it, and it's just phenomenal. So that's why it's number 1 on my list. I read it every year. Last year I read it in audiobook for the first time, and it was so good. It's so good. I really want everybody to listen to that book because it just adds a new reading experience when you listen to it versus when you just read it. It really makes you love Aristotle even more, if that's possible. I didn't know it was possible for me to love Ari any more than I did. And that's it. Those are my top 5 favorite non-written books. You guys should let me know in the comments down below what some of your favorite non-written books are, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!